Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Conrad and today we're playing some Valorant. And I gotta say, Riot Games, good freaking job. This game was so fun and so satisfying to play. Let me show you. Let's roll the intro.
There they are. One enemy remaining.
No, almost had them all. Ah, that's so freaking close, man. And we're playing 4 vs 5. I almost had them all. Ah! So, if you haven't seen my videos before, basically I broke my neck about 8 years ago when I was just 16 years old. There will be a link to a video up here that tells you the story about how and why I got injured, so do check it out after this video if you're interested. But what you need to know for this video specifically is that I cannot move my fingers. The way you see my fingers here is the way that they are kind of like permanently stuck. I mean, I can stretch them out and move them externally, but the muscles in the fingers themselves do not work. Another thing is that I can move my wrists up like this, no problem, but if I turn around my hands and I move my left hand up, I can do it, but with my right hand I don't have the strength to even do this movement. So I can't move my fingers and I have very weak wrists. But I still love gaming and I mostly play League of Legends, but I did try out Valorant and I had some fun. And I'm gonna show you how I managed to play Valorant. And towards the end of the video you will see some highlights from some plays that I am proud of. So here we are in a custom game and I will now show you the controls and keybinds that I use to be able to play the game. First and foremost, the most important part of my whole setup is this little thing down here. And this is a wireless touchpad that works just like a mouse. So what I do is that I take the knuckle on my right thumb and I put it on top of the touchpad, and that way I'm able to move the cursor of my PC, or well, you know, in this case the aim of my character. To walk around I use the regular keys, W, A, S, D as everyone else, but the way I press them is that I take the knuckle on my left thumb and I press down on the keys. And if you look down at my keyboard here, you will see how I am moving around. And the thing is that I'm very limited by my mobility in my hands, so I'm only able to press with like 2 fingers at the same time. And as you can imagine, that is a huge problem when playing first-person shooter games where you have to press a lot of keys at the same time. But that brings me to my next point. In a sense, I only have one single finger to use to do all of the things that I need to do in the games, like walking around and shooting and using my abilities, since my right hand is completely occupied with doing the aiming. And I mean, you have to be able to shoot and walk and use abilities at the same time, right? So the way I solve this problem is to use keys that are very close to the keys that I use to move. So to be able to shoot, I've chosen the key number 2. So if I press down on number 2, I will start shooting. And to aim, I press number 3, and then, well, 3 again to stop aiming. That way I can move forward and shoot at the same time, and I can move backwards and shoot, and, well, probably sideways as well. But as you see, when I'm shooting, I'm using my hand a little bit differently. What I do is that I take the knuckle on my index finger and I angle my hand downwards. If you look down at my keyboards, I angle my hand downwards, and that way I'm able to shoot and walk at the same time. Now, the third thing that is very important in this game is obviously being able to use your abilities. And the same thing here, I move the abilities to keys that are very close to the W, A, S, D that I use to move my character. And those keys would be Tab for the first one, Q for the second one, E for the third one, and then R for my ultimate ability. And for abilities that have like secondary shots, for example like Sova's arrow here, I press number 3 to change the amount of bounces that I want to use for the shot. And then to change the weapons, I use Z, X, and C, which is also kind of close to the buttons I'm already using. So everything that I'm using is within like a very small area here, which makes it a little bit easier. I mean, it's a lot of keys to keep track of, but it all comes down to muscle memory, and I was able to learn it just within a few minutes, to be honest. A very important part of Valorant is hearing where your enemies are, and there are 2 different ways to walk. Basically, you can run and then you will make a lot of noise, and you can walk slowly but then you will be completely silent. And let me show you 2. So when you're walking fast, running, you can hear that I'm making some noise. But if I start walking slowly instead, and you listen again, there's no sound of the footsteps that I'm doing, and therefore my enemies can't hear me. But why I'm talking about this is that, okay, well, first of all, I press the shift key to walk slowly. But what I really like that Riot has done here is that they have made this mode toggleable. So basically I only need to press the key once, and then I will switch in between walking slowly or running. And in most games that I've played that have kind of similar features, you have to hold a second button down at the same time or rebind it to a combination of buttons, and it's very complicated, but here it's just so straightforward and so simple, and I freaking love it. And it's not even a weird setting or anything, it's so easy, it's just right there. And I think it's even like the standard setting. And the same thing goes for crouching. So if I press Control button here, I will crouch and it will stay crouched. And I mean, I can change that back and forth between toggled and activatable, but I think it's just such a genius feature, because in so many games that I've played, I can't crouch or I can't walk slowly or anything because I have to press multiple keys at the same time, and it's very complicated if I need to walk and then shoot and so on. And oh my god, Riot, thank you for this feature. It is like the most genius idea ever. It's so simple but yet so brilliant. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is kind of like the general feel of the game. I'm not going to be stating any positives or negatives or compare it to any other shooter games, as I don't really play a lot of shooters because it's not really my thing, and I've never found one that like really works like super well. It's more kind of like a first impression since I've been playing it for a couple of days. And I must say, it is so damn fun to play. That is really like my first impression. It was so good. Even just after like the second game, I was having so much fun. And it's crazy how satisfying this game is. And I know that Riot put so much effort into reworking the whole shooting and aiming system and really make it feel like every bullet counts. And you can really feel that. Like it's so satisfying getting those headshots or body shots or leg shots, and it makes sense. I mean, sometimes of course it's gonna be a little bit bullshit, but generally like I'm having so much fun and it's so satisfying, and I never really like stuck with kind of like a game like this. But it's probably not going to be my main game, as League of Legends will probably forever be my main game. But if I ever want to de-stress from League or play any kind of games where, I don't know, I want to be a first-person shooter game with just feel those headshots, Valorant will definitely be the game that I'm coming back to. With all that said, don't forget to check out my video about how I got injured. Wait, stop, no, don't pause, don't change the video, don't change anything. We forgot about the best part, we forgot about the most important part of the video. The highlights. So stay tuned for that clean, that crisp, no, may I say, that Gucci gameplay. Let's roll the highlights.
Many enemies spotted. Spike spotted.
Shot down. Out of charges.
One enemy remaining.
Did I get all three? Oh my god, I didn't get them. Didn't I hit those
Last player
shots
standing.
Oh, at least I had two. That's great. Feels good. Fuck, it's so satisfying to actually get those kills. Damn.
Enemy spotted.
Die.
One enemy remaining.
3 gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Last player standing.
Ah, this is sad. I actually forgot about this button I had to use to defuse. I almost had them all though. That was really nice though. That's a nice one.
Out of charges. Revealing area. There they are.
One enemy remaining.
No, almost had them all. Ah, that's so freaking close, man. And we're playing 4 vs 5. I almost had them all. Ah!
One enemy remaining.
Did I get both?
No one
Let's
escapes
go.
my
Double
sight.
kill. Let's go.
No one.
That was nice.
Revealing area. Found them. Enemy down.
That's why you sneak up on people. That's why you don't walk loudly, right?
Silence. No more.
Hey, I got 2! And I got sniped though. But I got 2, this is fucking good!
Out of charges. Shot down.
Hey, nice. That was quite bad aim though. I feel like I was missing that for the longest time. Come on, sure. Let's go. Let's do it. Let me just
My
reload.
ult's not ready.
They're all coming in a nice little choke point here. Oh shit, dashing forward.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, can I get the last one?
Last player standing.
Ah! Clutch moment. Ah, I could have had that. Oh.
Spike planted.
Bunch of guys here.
Die.
Nice. We're actually gonna win this round.
Gone.
Hi.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Three gone.
Come on, I had all 3.
I don't die so.
Don't forget to check out my video about how I got injured. I'll link it down below, together with all my socials like Instagram, where you can follow my everyday life and training and so on. And my Twitch, for example. I do stream every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. I mostly stream League of Legends. But do join me if you just want to hang out, see me play some games and ask me some questions live or whatever. I will answer any kind of questions. I'm a very, very open person. And yeah, all this other stuff, right? If you like the video, please press like. I can never pronounce that correctly. And if you have any questions or comments or ideas or anything, put them down in the comment section below. Don't be shy, I will answer them all just as well as I can. And if you like the video and if you want to see more in the future, please do subscribe. And if you never want to miss out on another video again, press that cute little bell down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for looking at it this far and stay safe.